on the Flint popo because they interrupted our meeting. Nobody told nothing about it. And my uncle, he's gone now, but somebody ought to investigate that Parkway situation. It's worse than it's premeditated in the popo. I tell you how it is right now. My mama sent my uncle over there and checked me to look out for me for some kind of reason. He come back home and found out his wife was pregnant. The boy, Mike Edwards, he said, I ain't touched my wife in 7 years. And then
Doug not here.
And he got my cousin here, his siblings got that disease and he died. Now the popo, she got pregnant by a popo. And then now that's how bad the city become. And the popo doing stuff that nobody wants. Well, I got 58 more seconds. I can take my time now and talk about. And the chair lady, Lewis was talking about, she put her pastor on the phone, and he was talking about another preacher, but he won't call his name. And then talking about, then she threatened people something, you say something, you will be arrested by them Flint popo goons that watch you through the car every after. Well, the one on his name, Julio, little short fella. I mean, when he first got on the fort, his daddy said, take care of my son, Mitchell, because Julio took care of me on Delaware Street. It was about 8 white popo had guns on me when I just moved over there on Delaware. He stopped him from me getting his Tahoe. He jumped. But I think he kicked their ass one of them asses. The white popo, they don't put that on the news, but I don't think Julio around to talk about it yet. But you think he's a little full of fella, but he's well put together, little dude. They say he would have put a cap in and be ready for the city hall. But I keep coming back and take that.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Next speaker, Madam Clerk. Next speaker is Ms. E. Taylor.
Because that's where I come from, that's where the respect comes from. So in the thing that was reiterated tonight, it says about disorderly persons. Any person should also include any council person. The other item I would like to make a point of is that I do this, Mr. Mayor. Open Meetings Act and these little paragraphs. Tonight there was a very big paragraph. I think we're violating the Open Meetings Act, and I'm asking someone on the council, hopefully my council person, would look into, is this a violation of the Open Meetings Act? You have information that the community doesn't have, and I brought that out before. Still concerned about it. I'm equally as concerned about Pierce Park. This is my third time talking about the separation of the black traditional neighborhood and the white traditional neighborhood. You have allowed someone in the cultural center, nameless, to block that off on both sides. I want to know who and why you've allowed it. I'd like to know about the 7th Ward voting locations. To the city clerk, I'm asking, is it still Brennan, still Mott College, still Grace Emanuel? If it's still 3 locations, why am I not able to walk to vote like I've done for over 45 years?
Whoa.
To now I have to be in a car and travel 2 miles. Somebody explain that to me. So the other thing I wanted to make is, we've all been in working position where managers have respect for the people that work for them. They don't jeer, they don't laugh, they don't make fun of them. So I think the people that are managing these council meetings that have the public's disrespect, you get the disrespect because you don't give respect. The concern that I have also is a city manager, city attorney that's sitting here hiding. I hate these petitions. You promote division. You promote division. Not on the council. 5. The same old pole 5 that we are doing recalls on, aren't we? So I challenge you all to answer my questions. Let's just have a few minutes of silence, because I get so angry sometimes when I come up here. With the 5, with the 5.
Shady bunch.
Shady bunch.
Yeah, man.
All right, next public speaker, Michael Douglas. The next speaker is Steve Callahan.
How everybody doing? My name is Steve Callahan. I come on behalf of the Clyde Road Business District. And my question is, when are some of these buildings on Clyde Road going to be knocked down, particularly the Beavers, one of these eyesores? That's the red line in the district. You know, I'm a taxpayer. I'm also, I provide lots of jobs in the community. I own several properties on Clyde Road that me and my partners and a few other people get together and clean up. We've been cleaning up for the last several years out of the money out of our pockets. And still nothing's being done to help us. My taxes is high. There's no people in the area. My insurance is high. Can something be done to stop redlining the district? Anything? Oh, plenty of time. Okay, yeah, let's say, tell you a little brief history about what me and my organization has done. We went around Clyde Road. We cleaned up behind all the abandoned buildings. We hauled away more trash than maybe anybody in the city of Flint has, and it's also documented. So we need some help here. You know, we don't come up here, they say squeaky wheel get the oil, so I got to come up here and squeal and all this. We need help. We need people to come together. Whatever decisions got to be made, let's make the decisions come together on one accord to get this done. What is fiduciary responsibility? You know, we need some things to happen. I'm in the community, and I'm busting my butt. My taxes behind because I spent all my money cleaning up Clyde Road. It ain't cheap to keep that clean, and I keep it clean because I want people to see something. When my kid comes through there, I want him to be able to see a vision that his dad's trying to build something in the community. I'm a businessman. I've been a businessman for a long time. I pay my bills. Like I say, I do lots of things in the community. Me and a few other lot of people. And we get along with a lot of organizations and we do what we got to do. We need some help.
Right.
You know, it's time for all the BS and put that aside. Let's make the community better. You know, it's not something like that to make the community better. It takes people. All this other BS that's going on, we put the personal stuff aside. We can settle that, you know, later on. We go in the backyard or something.
Yeah.
You know, till then, let's get this together. Because it's embarrassing to look at this. I got people to come out of town, they look at me, look at my business, like, man, it's nice, man, but look where it's at. I can't even get a dang mortgage loan to do some more business because when they come out and look, building next door to me burnt up. Your building's nice, though. Why do you keep it like this? Man, it's a fight. Then go down the street, building right next to me, it's burnt up. So how can I keep insurance? My insurance done double this year. And I gotta keep insurance to protect my investment. And it ain't cheap. Business insurance is not cheap at all. So something needs to be done.
Yeah.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk. The next speaker is Jermaine Turner.
How you all doing? I'm Jermaine Turner. I'm the other half of the Clyde Road Business District Association. And just to put numbers on it, we have removed over 400 tons of blight, and that's in the second ward, a little bit in the sixth, and east side, and some of the schools that we cleaned up. We housed 7 entrepreneurs on Clyde Road by providing space for them to rent. But the reason I'm here is because of 4020 Clyde Road. The old Beavers, the old Death Trap, the old building that everyone has known someone to die there. It's the eyesore, it's a horrible memory. It's, I mean, everybody know what it is, whether it was Mr. Lucky's, whether it was club exclusive. I mean, it was always a death trap. It's time to get it out of here. I don't know, it was something, it was a proposal or something on the floor for some money to knock it down, and it got shut down. And you all have the power to help citizens in other wards.
That's right.
By helping them. And that is a responsibility. Because we all grew up on other sides of town, moved to this side, that side. Maybe you weren't fortunate enough to stay in the same house for 40 years, but everyone else wasn't. I grew up in the 1st Ward, 5th Ward, 6th Ward, 2nd Ward. I do most of our work in the 2nd Ward. I don't know how do we get answers, because we talk and y'all don't say anything back. So I don't know how this works exactly. But we would like some sort of answers. If we have to keep coming down, that's kind of a lot on us. Like, I coach basketball. I canceled practice today to be here. And anytime I come here, I will be canceling practice. So if I could rely on y'all to do y'all part as council, and I'll go off in the community and keep kids off the streets, keep trash off of their roads. We run a program employing youth to clean Clapper. We started in 2016. We've worked with Councilwoman Popular, Davis, Lewis. So we don't care who is where. If you want to help what we are doing in the community, then we are ready to accept the help.
That's right.
Last 26 seconds, I would just like to say, I would never sign up for any of y'all job. You all have a hard job like a referee or a police officer. When you do something right, you still done something wrong to somebody else. So I appreciate y'all, what y'all do. I would never want to be on y'all side. So thank you for what y'all do.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Yeah, Mike.
The next speaker is Raphael Reed.
Greetings, distinguished council. I rise, coming just to ask, as we deal with the resolutions on today, if we could deal with and adjudicate them fairly.
All right.
Adjudicate them fairly. Unbiased, on the representation of the organization, not maybe the person that's part of the organization. My organization has had 2 resolutions at least, it's been through here, sent back to the meeting, several times. It is, I don't know any other organization I watch. I'm a school teacher by trade, so I'm not always able to come here. Don't think I'm not caring about my resolutions, and also after school I tutor, so I'm not always able to get here. But our resolutions are so important and vital to our community. Yeah. And I just ask, I'm not here to fight, I'm not here to do anything else. Just ask that as you adjudicate them, please adjudicate them in a fair way, realizing and recognizing that you are the voice of the citizens. Amen. You are the voice of the citizens, not just the citizens in this chamber, but you're the voice of the citizens around the city. And like that young man just stated, and so many others that's come up, we need your help. We need your help. My organization, the Community Center, has continued to be a beacon of life over 40 years. Amen. Yes, we create space. Yes, we create opportunities. That's a small part of it. We continue to make sure our children are taken care of. After school program, entrepreneurship, education programs. I don't think that needs to be defamated or thrown away because of personal agenda. So as we adjudicate today, I'm just asking that please, council, do it in a fair way.
Amen.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Oh, yeah. That's Raphael. That's me.
The next speaker is Daniel Arbor.
Sounds like everything taking so long to take care of that. Amen. Go ahead.
Good evening, Council. Jan Marie Arbor, 7th Ward resident and Council candidate. I would like to address my presence before this Council on February 12th. I approached the podium with a prepared speech, which in my at-home practice was well under 3 minutes. At this podium, however, there was no clock for me to see and monitor my time. I exceeded the 3-minute limit. Several times I was asked by the chair to finish, but I chose to continue speaking as I believed my time was being cut short as compared to the lady resident from the 8th Ward. My actions led to the chair calling for police intervention. At this point, Mr. R.L. Mitchell reacted by standing and picking up a chair. Fortunately, concerned citizens intervened on his behalf and no serious incident occurred. To better understand where I had gone wrong with my timing, I watched the recorded video and timed myself. I saw that I had added words and slowed my speech significantly while remaining determined to have my say, and that was wrong. With hope to right this wrong, I first want to apologize again to Mr. Mitchell and to the public for creating a situation that prompted his reaction and a protective response by the public. Next, I want to apologize to this council body for disregarding its rules of engagement. Now, in an effort to assist public speakers, I request that a timing device always be available to be seen. And if one isn't available, I ask that the clerk or the chair give a 20-second notice, which I observe to be an effective tool in use at a recent E&A board meeting. Also, I request that presiding chairs strictly limit the use of police intervention, particularly where neither violence nor a perceived threat to public safety exists. Instead, I ask that the chair simply ask speakers to please wrap it up, as has been a past practice and one well received by all. Furthermore, I ask that the chair show grace and leniency with speakers, because you do have the power to do so, which not long ago was requested by Flint's former First Lady, Rita Stanley, but was denied. Moving on. When the Service Park resolution comes up for a vote, respectfully, I ask of you, Councilwoman Lewis, to please recuse yourself. I feel certain that at this time, you may want to distance yourself from the matter to show impartiality with the outcome. The public needs to see that our council members are more concerned about them than with themselves. Thank you.
I wanted to attend this meeting as there are some ARPA grant program agenda items. Unfortunately, I'm not able to stay for the whole meeting, but I wanted to come and speak at the public comment section. The Neighbor Engagement Hub supported 8 proposals in total for this grant program, and regarding the agenda tonight, we supported the Service Park and Southside Coalition projects by helping neighborhood leaders Michelle McDonald and Mark Evans brainstorm the projects, write the proposals, explore other funding resources that can be leveraged, and other items. Outside of ARPA, we have an ongoing relationship and partnership with these neighborhood groups, and it includes mentoring, grant writing, strategic planning, research, and analysis, and other types of support. Both of these projects, we believe, will provide much-needed resources to the resource-strapped areas of the city. Both groups have already engaged in numerous projects showing their commitment and ability to implement them. We have already heard tonight about the desire to get the Beavers nightclub taken care of, and one of these projects would assist with this and help with get the Clio Road cleaned up. I encourage the council to support these projects. If you're not familiar with the Neighborhood Engagement Hub, we were established in 2014. We're at 3216 Martin Luther King Avenue. Our mission is to support neighbors to become safe, healthy, and whole. Our values are about building local wealth, complete neighborhoods, and strengthening individuals and groups. We focus on blight elimination, placemaking, community economic development, public policy, public safety, training, and technical assistance. If you would like to contact me, you can email me at director@nehflint.org, and we have a website which is www.nehflint.org. Just a little bit about me, if you're not familiar, because I am a relatively new executive director. I'm an urban planner by trade. Prior to coming to NEH, I was at the City of Midland. I oversaw over $6 billion in community development block grants, including the disaster funding for the dams. I led the Housing Commission, and I co-led the master plan update. Prior to that, I worked in Flint for 6 years for Kettering University. I led the University Avenue Corridor Coalition, focused on redevelopment in Carriagetown, Mountain Park, Glendale Hills, and the Durant-Tremont area. Some of the impacts that I wanted to point out regarding the Neighborhood Engagement Hub and these grant assistance, we supported 8 organizations with things like business analysis, helping to beef up their nonprofit organization and program development. We have a mobile event kit that we loan out. We loan that out 20 times to the community for things like Porch Fest, block parties, community programming. 7 neighborhood Porch Fests were supported. 53 community groups last year and organizations were supported by us for a total of $4.5 million that we helped raise, including $3 million to the city of Flint. 8 of those groups were neighborhood groups for ARPA, a number of them for Community Foundation, Ruth Mott, and other funding sources. Thank you for your time, and happy to help in any way I can.
You keep coming back, sir. Wait.
The next speaker is Larry Hutchinson.
I will let him nation come to regime this matter of Rahim, seek God's help against Satan. Our council, mayor's office, city attorney's office, local media, public safety, residents of the great beautiful city of Flint, Michigan, residents of the United States of the world, residents of the great state of Michigan, citizens of the United States of the world. Honorable Council, over the years I've learned not to yell and scream. I used to yell and scream. I was like John the Baptist asking everybody to repent or vote. But I can't do that anymore for health reasons. So I have to use my words more sharply, like a doctor uses a scalpel.
All right.
So what I'm just going to say to you guys, I'm here to support my candidate, Ms. Haley, Ms. Nikki Haley. I have one reason. She's a nice lady. You see how Donald Trump acts. He almost tried to overthrow our democracy. And his behavior is just repulsive. He's just such a nasty man. And I hope everyone gets out and participates in the political process. It's President's Day. JFK, LBJ, those are some good men. They were really presiding over the union when I was coming up, when I was a child. And I think that the political discourse in America needs to be toned down. There are young people and children and seniors watching, people with health issues that, you know, all this commotion and guns flying and chairs throwing and people yelling and screaming. It's just really not good. And it's not constructive. It's not helpful. So everybody just please vote. I'm also running for office for president, but not until November. I have to wait until November when everybody's through with the primary. And then you can vote for Mr. Larry. Support pattern, Tracy Ellis Ross, I do.
Wow.
Yes, everybody vote and have a nice night. Thank you. Lisa, Tanya, Angela, Renee, I love you.
No.
What?
Next one, speaker, please.
That's the round the way, girl. LL Cool J.
About that.
My name is Beverly Diggs. You say no attacks. What do you mean by no attacks? You can't attack me when you ain't doing nothing. You only attack the people that's doing something. And I see Quincy says we got a recall on you. You having a lot of town hall meetings. You had them last week and this week.
Excuse me, Ms. Levy, 1 second, please.
Give me my time back.
All right, go ahead, proceed.
You having a lot of town hall meetings. And we don't have very long for you either, and that's a blessing. But you're gonna leave out of the seat. I'm still waiting on the count for Euladale. You know, they don't have enough for you. We had 1,188 signatures, and it takes them 22 days to get a count. The first time it only took 2 days. 22 days? You guys are really, really sad. You get this money, you have no money for the citizens of Flint. That's right. But you give it 501c3. Candace Bichette got 350,000. Dale got 50,000. You know, Judy got her kitchen done. So, you know, it's all for the council. This money is all for the council people. It's not for the citizens of Flint. Not a roof has been done. Not a light bulb has been put in. Not a stop has been put in. So you guys got a lot of money. You don't want us to talk about you, but you ain't doing nothing. You can't talk about you when you're doing something. You say, I never had nothing good to say. There's nothing good to say because you ain't doing nothing good. You taking a piece of money and you doing what you want to do with it. You know, I'll be at that meeting tomorrow. I'm going to see if I'll be able to speak tomorrow because we doing a recall on y'all 5 foolish people. I got a t-shirt on too. Oh, check it out. And I see you have every one of them here to make sure stuff passes today. It's going to pass because you promised Pastor Reed that 50,000, and he's looking for it.
What?
He's not here for nothing. He's looking for it.
Kennedy said.
But you ain't hurt nobody. But you. That's right. They're really y'all 5 foolish.
My name is A.C. Dumas. I'm a resident of the city of Flint. And I just want to say that an elderly couple, both of them are disabled. Lady's husband is a veteran over in the 9th Ward. They need a roof on their homes. They need a roof on their homes. And it's sad that they take the money. Mr. Murphy said to the golf folk, hey, we can use ARPA fund money. See if we can use ARPA fund money. Whoa. But you got the residents in the city of Flint needs roofs, porches, house, siding, all of it. Now that's a disgrace. That is a disgrace. So I'm not going to ask how you all sleep at night. Evidently you sleep quite well. But I do want to address the council president, Liddell Lewis. And I want to read what the U.S. Supreme Court said. All right. And this is New York Times Company versus Sullivan, which held that the First Amendment protects speech criticizing public officials. That's what the United States Supreme Court said. And it went further to say the Supreme Court extended those protections to criminal defamation, prosecution. In other words, you can't even criminalize people. No. You can't call the police up here when they're criticizing you. Now that's the decision of the U.S. Supreme Court. They continue to say First Amendment category bars criminal prosecution as the plaintiff argued. Oh, Ms. Lewis, maybe if you listen, you probably would give rules talking about you're going to stop the clock and they can't criminalize.
No, let her
But that
talk,
is
because I'm gonna come
United
back.
States Supreme Court.
I'm gonna
And
come
as
back.
I wrap up, Councilwoman Burns, I'm having issues to see all these to be determined resolution. The money to be determined. Yeah. I looked at Hasselgrain, and I go up to Hasselgrain, and I never heard of that group. I haven't heard of that group, the Hasselgrain Volunteer Group. Never heard of it. And neither have I heard of the fiduciary. Are those, them fiduciaries that's connected to other fiduciaries and so on and so forth? Thank you.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk. The next speaker is Claire Motion.
All right. Claire McClinton, Flint, Michigan.
Right.
Here we go again, like a broken record or Groundhog Day. Here we are again, y'all, asking for them to add $16 million additional dollars for home repair and rehabilitation. And we want you to put the motion on the floor and let the chips fall where they may. That's on the record, like y'all like to say, on the record. We want to see who vote yes and who vote no. You did? You send $1 million over to the Disability Network, but we've had residents tell us they only doing handicap.
Corn broke. Corn broke. Corn broke. Corn broke. Corn broke. Corn is broke. You can't adjourn.
That's my city council.
Corn broke.
So 1 second, okay? So we needed that even to.
Oh, you know that he. Corn broke, man. You know Corn is broke. No, Corn is broke. It ain't no order. It ain't no council meeting, man. Yes, it is. You know it, Kim, man. Don't come with that. You know that. She didn't say adjourn or nothing else. Don't come with that. I swear to God, I'll sue on this one. I swear I'll sue on this one, Kim. You're already losing in court already. Don't even try that, man. Don't even try it. Wasn't no adjourn, wasn't no nothing. Quorum is broke. 4 people.